you worked for Chuck Schumer.
I did.
In D.C. right afterwards. And that was kind of was he your first like mentor in politics?
Yeah, first and only, really.
What did you learn about how politics actually works?
I learned a couple of things. One, I learned the combination of the inside-outside game, and I also learned that relatively few people run Congress. That there are 435 of them, but there's really only a handful that actually do a lot of the work, so that you actually can really influence things a lot easier than people might think. Like you run for Congress, if you can figure out the 25 or 30 people that get shit done, you can really get a lot done.
And who are those people?
Sometimes they're staffers to committees, sometimes they're members who are super insider kind of people. Like, you know, Nancy Pelosi, knowing Nancy Pelosi was going to be someone early on, like I supported Nancy for whip and majority leader and whatever else.
You know, like that kind of stuff. She's like a real wolf of Wall Street. She really knows how to pick them.
She's very good. She's
incredible at it.
She was very good at her job. She was very good.
No, I'm just talking, she's unreal.
Yeah, but people have
How
money.
How the hell does she know what stocks to get behind?
A lot of people are rich. Yeah, are you not familiar with that?
I'm making a joke about how like
yeah, and I'm not playing along.
Why? You think that members of Congress should own stocks?
Why shouldn't members of Congress own stock? It's the most transparent fucking body on earth.
I think that
every fucking word is published somewhere. Every word that's said.
That if you have an investment in something,
go ahead,
and there's a piece of legislation that would threaten that investment, do you think that is a conflict of interest?
No.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Because every fucking piece of legislation is incredibly public, and anyone who's investing based on pieces of legislation is not going to do very well.
Let's say you already have an investment, and this would threaten that investment. Is it morally correct?
There are pieces of legislation that threaten and enhance every investment on Earth. Go ahead, give me an investment. I'll tell you, there's legislation on both sides.
I don't think for the relaunch. I don't think this is a good one.
Okay, let me tell you this.
I don't think this is a good one for you.
And this kind of like superficial bumper sticker knowledge of politics.
It's not bumper sticker.
Over it.
There are so many.
This is like wafer thin, man. Oh my God, the conflict of interest.
It doesn't matter being right. It doesn't matter being right? And it sounds bad to people that members of Congress come in with not a lot of money and leave incredibly wealthy.
Dude,
okay?
My dude, listen, I understand.
Yes, brother.
People have a wafer thin, virtually translucent knowledge of politics that gets reinforced by assholes like you, and I'm supposed to go, oh yeah, that's up to them.
Why is that asshole?
You're choosing the wrong correlative. The correlative is that these are people that are exposed to a lot of rich people. So the idea that investing on like inside information, every single thing that goes on in the economy, sometime or another the United States Congress touches upon. So basically you're saying, well, you've got all this inside knowledge about everything on Earth. Literally, as a member of Congress from Brooklyn, I was voting on agriculture policy. Didn't mean that I have inside information on soybean prices. It's a stupid premise. Now, if you want to say that rich people become members of Congress, bounce off other rich people, have information and investment opportunities that normal Mrs. Krapalucci doesn't have, 100% right. But it has nothing to do with the work of Congress, with being in a committee and saying, this line 17 here, which no one can read, says that we're going to start investing in AI. I'm going to go invest in AI. That's bullshit.
Okay. When someone becomes a president, there's a custom where they detach from their like private financial interests, right? President Trump, I don't believe has done that.
He did not do it, right?
Okay. When a member of the public sees that, we lose faith in that institution, right? Because the people that we elect to Congress shouldn't have any financial interest in what they are legislating, right? So even if you're saying I'm wrong, right, and then I'm undereducated, okay, in principle, we are in a time where people's faith in our institutions, especially in the fucking government, is at it is at a low point. In my opinion, people just they think it's all bullshit now.
Correct. Here's the problem.
Yes.
When I ran for mayor, I wanted to put pressure on Mike Bloomberg because I was going to run against Mike Bloomberg. I said, I don't have any money. You should put everything in a blind trust. And so I said to my staff, I said, let's figure out how I do this. They said, well, you can't because you have to report every quarter what you're holding. So I said, I can't, so it's blind, I just can't read my own filings? Well, no, you have to sign your filings. It's a conflict. But I'm saying it's bullshit. You, not you particularly, but you, people like you, want to find an easy pat boogeyman for these things. Even if you're a middle class guy like me, who am I calling up for money? A bunch of rich people.
Yeah.
Right? So now in the city it's a little bit different. They incentivize you to call regular New Yorkers. Your guy Pete lives in my district. I'm gonna ask him for $10 on the way out of here. I mean,
Pete?
Yeah, he lives in my district.
Don't give him $10.
It's worth it's 8 to 1.
That's kind of me giving you $10, just so you know.
You've just pleaded guilty to a felony.
Why? What's the felony?
Well, you can't. He's
the
a straw
felony?
donor.
Being a good friend?
He's a straw donor.
Being a good friend?